Hello, my name is Robert Clark and welcome to the special 100 subscriber show. For those of you who don't know, this is show 37. Today, for our special 100 subscriber show, we are really pleased. We have 101 subscribers as of the date of this recording. And we are going to be interviewing Roberto. I know I'm Robert. Roberto. He is the founder of ThrowBoy, throwboy.com. They make awesome pillows like this one, very geeky, nerdy style pillows. They have finders, they have iTunes ones, they have all sorts of different types of pillows. Go and check them out at throwboy.com, but let's get into this interview. Lucas is actually going to be doing the interview.
Okay, so we're here with Roberto Hoyos today, and he's the founder of ThrowBoy Pillows. And so, how did you start this company? What kind of started the whole thing?
Well, I made these pillows that look like the Mac icons for a friend of mine, and she works at a tech company, and then they kind of just got blogged about on their website. But then that blog kind of spread out and spread out and spread out.
Over the internet.
Yeah, and so finally I was like, maybe I should try to sell these because people seem to be talking about it, you know? And then that kind of spurred me to start making them.
And were you into technology and stuff as a kid? And
oh yeah. I mean, I've always been into tech, but then I was into Macs for a long time too. And then, I don't know, I just kind of thought of this weird idea to make it into a pillow. Yeah,
so that's just how you decided to incorporate that into pillows, or?
Yeah, it's hard to figure out how it came from like being into tech to like wanting to make a pillow, but I've sewn since I was a little kid.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah.
So that's how you learned to stitch and sew? How did you do that?
So my grandma, she's a seamstress, and she's owned many sewing factories throughout her life. And when I was a little kid, she would teach me how to sew and stuff like that. So I knew a pretty good amount of how to sew. Yeah. And so when I thought of that idea, it wasn't that hard to do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And are you planning on releasing any new lines of pillows anytime soon, or?
Well, we just released the chat bubble pillows, and we released the RSS pillows. So that's what we're kind of focused on right now. But who knows? I mean, we don't really have like any details yet.
As of right now, which pillow is the most popular among your entire lines?
That's a good question. It's probably this pillow over there.
Okay, so the Finder pillow, very soft, a lot softer than I expected actually. Really high quality for like hand sewn, hand stitched. So this is your most popular pillow?
Yeah.
Out of all of them?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
This was, I think, the first one that you started doing, or?
It was. I did them all at the same time. All those icon ones at the same time.
Cool.
But, yeah.
I'm gonna take that.
Sure.
And is it just you that makes the pillows, or does anyone else help you?
I have a couple people that help kind of off and on. So you know, I do a lot of cutting and sewing, but then I also have a lady that helps me sew, and then I have a friend that helps me cut. And
you just do all of that from here? Awesome.
Yeah, everything's here.
Approximately how long does it take you to make each pillow?
Probably around, if I were to start from just raw material all the way to a pillow, it's like an hour. But I don't do it that way. I do it in stages, you know. So I'll cut a lot of things one day.
And then everything and then everything.
Yeah.
And what computer equipment do you use? Just this laptop, or?
I have two MacBooks. So I have like an old white MacBook and a aluminum MacBook, and I don't know, I do everything from those. I used to have just one, and then I bought another one, and I'm like, I don't really want to get rid of this one.
Do you use anything as a reference, or have you just pretty much gotten it down by now?
How do you mean reference?
Well, like images, or do you have like stencils and stuff?
Oh yeah, let me show you. Yeah, this is where I keep all my patterns, so I have all of my patterns for the pillows in here.
That's the Finder?
Yeah, let's see. So something like that would be how you reproduce it over and over so that it looks the same.
Looks like you've been using that one quite a bit.
Yeah, this one's been really used. What else? I have everything in here, chat bubbles, you know.
Yeah.
So this is where I keep everything so that I can redo it and redo it, and it'll look the same.
Yeah, cool. So have you ever thought about like expanding just from out of your little den here, or?
Yeah, I'm looking into factories to be able to make them so that it's, you know, can be done faster, and then if people want to have like custom things done, I can probably do it from home still. So
Yeah. So, do you have any other interests or hobbies beside technology and pillows?
Yeah, I also play music.
Oh, cool. What do you play?
I play the harmonica and
cool.
I sing, like sometimes with my friend we play the blues. And that's pretty much what I did before I got into this. This was sort of an accident, and then I was like, well, I might as well try it. So,
cool.
Yeah.
So your most recent pillows is the RSS and the chat pillows, and when were those released?
Those were released last week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they've been really recent, and so far been really popular. Before then, it was just a lot of people asking, like, when are they coming out? When are they coming? Because they've been saying coming soon for like 9 months. But finally, I got caught up enough to be able to.
And when did you release your first line, though?
The first line of Icon pillows, let's see, that was in October of 2008 is when those came out. Yeah, and just been doing those ever since.
Okay, so briefly, what process do you go through just making these?
Well, let's see, I start with just raw fleece, right? And I have a lot of it right over there. I don't know if you want to look over there and come back. Yeah, so I start with the raw fleece. I lay it out on the table and I cut it out with the stencil, right? And then I'll have to cut out smaller pieces too, so
for the details and stuff.
Yeah, exactly, for these things. And so after that's done, after I have everything cut, I have to use a stencil to know exactly where to put those things.
Yeah.
So I'll put that on top of the raw material, and then I use just a glue stick just to temporarily glue it down.
Yeah.
And then once that's ready, then I take it over to the sewing machine and I sew everything down. And after that, I have to sew on a tag on the back. So every pillow has a tag.
Yeah,
so
I got the ThrowBoy logo on there.
So you put that on the back. And then I have to stuff it. So then I stuff it, and you have to make sure that it's the right, size. And after that, sorry about that. And then after that, I have to stitch it up by hand because the bottom of every pillow is where the opening would have been, and so I have to sit there and stitch it up. So that's the end. Oh, and then I fluff it, and then I de-lint it. I take all the lint off of it before I ship it, put it in a bag, and ship it.
So on average, how many orders do you get? How popular is this as of right now?
It's anywhere from like a day order-wise, like 20 to 30.
Orders per day?
Yeah.
Wow.
But that could be like one pillow, or that could be like a set of pillows.
Yeah.
You know. So that's why I have a pretty long wait time on the website.
Okay, cool. Well, this is pretty much the process you use for all the pillows?
Yeah, because all the pillows are roughly around the same size.
Yeah.
And
same material.
It's the same kind of style, the ThrowBoy style. So.
Okay, well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us, Robert.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was great.
No problem.
So to go and check out some of ThrowBoy's pillows, go to throwboy.com. Two examples of the pillows are this LOL one and this RSS feed one. So if you want to go and get some of those pillows, throwboy.com. As always, check out our website, omnitechnews.net. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/omnitechnews. Thanks for watching show 37. Make sure you check out show 38 when it is released.